Good day, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about another chapter in the book from a certain point of view of The Empire Strikes Back. Now, the point of view that I want to talk to you about is from Toryn Farr. She's a comms specialist in the Rebel Alliance. Her and her sister, Omek, joined at a young age. And in this chapter, Toryn talks a lot about her inner turmoil of, is the Rebel Alliance worth it anymore? You know, there's so many that have died because the Empire has just hunted them down and has just basically kicked them from corner to corner in the galaxy. And she's just starting to wonder, is it worth it? Is it even worth sticking around and risking my life? Or should I just get out and go live and see the world? And so now as she's, going over this in her head, she does see a Star Destroyer come across her comms, her scans of the asteroids outside of Hoth. And as it gets closer, she, is in charge of taking them out. So she, in her vast knowledge of the ion cannon and trajectory of the shots and the paths of the Star Destroyers, she ends up firing an ion pulse at the Star Destroyer and disabling it. And in order to do this, they, did have to sound a escape beacon from the planet to the in the base. And so a lot of transport shuttles were leaving the base and they had to lower their shields for 4 seconds. And in those 4 seconds, she was able to get that ion pulse out and hit the Star Destroyer. And now this did save a lot of the transports, but as they were taking care of the Star Destroyer, they didn't notice all the ground troops from the Empire that were outside of their base, launching an attack. And they only found this out because once they were focused on the Star Destroyer, the roof caved in from an AT-AT blast. And with Toryn being there, she, being the smart girl that she was, dove out of the way just in time to escape injury and even death. And some of her comms crewmates, Sunsbringer and the Vander, some of them weren't so lucky. Some of them were injured and some died. And with her being there in that moment, she knew that the inner turmoil that she had going on wasn't worth it. And that the conversation that her and her crewmates were having earlier, if Han was going to leave the Rebel Alliance, if he was going to go back and take care of the bounty on his head with Jabba the Hutt, none of that mattered now. The only thing that mattered was getting people out safe and sound. And all she could do was get her crewmates out and onto the transports. And as she was coming back into the comms room, she saw Princess Leia there kicking around and banging on some comms, trying to get them to work so that she as well could save the Rebel Alliance. And at that point, she knew that her and Princess Leia were ultimately the same person. They joined the Rebel Alliance from a young age and grew up just believing in the cause and doing everything they could to save the Alliance and to defeat the Empire. And so now, after noticing this, she told Princess Leia that she didn't need to be there, that she needed to get to a transport shuttle to get out and get to safety. And Princess Leia barked back the same thing at her, just realizing that they were both there just risking their lives. And as they both decided to get out and go to the last transport shuttle, Toryn noticed some apparel from Chandrila, which is where she's from. And she at this moment realized it was her sister Omek, that she got injured while out scouting Hoth and that she was getting loaded onto the last transport shuttle. And she was there just to calm her sister down and to, be with her in that moment. And as she looked up at the transport shuttle, she noticed that the name of it was A Bright Hope. And this is where the chapter ends, and I just wanted to share this with you guys because I just felt like it was an interesting side of Leia that we get to see from, Toryn's point of view. And it was very cool to see this moment in the base, because we don't really see this in the movie. We don't know really what's going on in there, and I thought it was very interesting to see this point of view. I felt like it should be shared, and I look forward to making more videos from this book. I hope you are as well, and I will look forward to the next one and see you guys in the next video. And remember, may the Force be with you.